was doing a little German study by watching the phenomenal YouTube channel Easy German.
Das ist korrekt. Das ist der Slogan von Baden-Württemberg. Ziemlich bekannt.
Sympathisch.
Sympathisch.
Wie oft wurde Deutschland schon Fußball-Weltmeister? How often was Germany the world champion in soccer? I'm gonna guess. Oh man.
Am I bothering you? I'll try to be quieter.
I took a little break and I watched an episode of HBO's Band of Brothers, which tells the true story of a group of young American soldiers from Easy Company during World War II. And it really got me thinking. Before I came to Germany, all I knew about the country was they were the bad guys in World War II. These thoughts were always supported by the types of content and media I would see about Germany. But as the great writer Mark Twain once said, travel is fatal to prejudice, bigotry, and narrow-mindedness. And I traveled to Germany. As far as cliches go, I don't think there are many as predictable as a young man becoming interested in World War II as he gets older. And over the past 2 years, I have willingly marched into fulfilling said cliche. My interest in World War II history spiked a bit in my first couple years living in Germany. Being able to easily visit historic sites of the time made it difficult to not become engaged in the subject. Then last year, during quarantine, I picked up my grandfather's 60-year-old copy of The Rise and Fall of the Third Reich, an absolutely brutal behemoth of a read that I could somehow not seem to put down. Since finishing that book, I've become fully fascinated with all aspects of World War II history.
It's dynamic, you know, and obviously Kyler was his show, but put us out there, put him in the right position to make the...
Guys, I don't feel motivation to work out today. I really don't feel it. And then on days like this, I think about what I am working out and training and preparing for. It is for me to go over to Europe to play a game, to play the sport that I love.
If I was a young American man born 100 years ago, how different would my trip over to Europe be? Those trips over to Europe for those men were a version of hell, and my trips over to Europe are a version of paradise.
And so when I'm feeling kind of lazy or unmotivated on these type of days, I remember that fact.
One of the Band of Brothers scenes really struck out to me. A young American soldier forced by the natures of war to kill a young German soldier. Young American men, probably not much different than myself or my brothers, and young German men, probably not much different than my German friends and football teammates. 80 years ago, enemies, killing each other. And today, teammates.
It's so mind-blowing and crazy to me when I think, like, if we were living during World War II times, somebody like Gary and I would be trying to kill each other instead of getting together to raise money for a charity. It's the
more I learn about World War II and how destroyed Germany and its citizens were at the end of the war, the more appreciative I am of the country and its people today. Over the course of the 20th century, the country has rebuilt itself in an honorable way, and it makes me truly appreciate living there. The horrible nature of World War II gives perspective to the beautiful nature of my experience in Germany today. A place where 80 years ago I would have been the enemy, I am now welcomed. War is a horrible thing, and we are lucky to not be living through it. And the more I learn about it, the more grateful I feel for my relationship with modern-day Germany and its people.